What is up, people? It's currently Thursday the 3rd of January, and true to form over here in the UK, it's currently lashing it down with rain and it's chuffing cold to boot. Now, before I get into the topic at hand, which is how to get more views on your YouTube videos, just want to touch upon the gameplay in the background. It's obviously Black Ops 2, playing some CTF on slums, and it was recorded during launch week, which means the only thing I know is I was playing the objective. This video has been in my bookmarks for a while, so I'm hoping it's fairly entertaining to watch. Now let's get down to business. Some of you might know this already, but most of you won't. In the real world, I'm actually paid to teach people the art, and it's definitely an art and not a science, of search engine optimization, which means it's up to me to show them how to get their website to the top of Google. In a nutshell, search engine optimization is about three things. Now, the subject is often shrouded in mystery, but really it's quite simple. First of all, you have your on-site SEO, which is everything you can see on a website plus something called the meta description. Second, you have your off-site SEO, which is any reference to your website elsewhere on the internet, whether it's a forum, a blog, a directory, whatever else, that is all considered off-site SEO. And third and finally, you have your code. And in short, clean code is good code. If a website loads quickly, then it's much better in terms of search engine optimization than one that takes forever and a day. Now, I might come back to these at a later date if the video goes down well, but for now, I just want to draw upon parallels between those three things and YouTube, which is, believe it or not, the second biggest search engine. Between Google and YouTube, they have 98.5% of the search market on a daily basis, so they pretty much dominate. And in particular, I want to talk about on-site SEO from a YouTube perspective. Now, this covers the title, the description, the video tags, the thumbnail, and the video itself. And without doubt, the biggest mistake people make when they are uploading their video is to not use the description feature as well as they could. So here's the tip. Here is the top tip from this video. When you're uploading a YouTube video, make sure you optimize the first 2 to 3 sentences of your description. And when I say optimize, I mean make it a really concise summary of what your video is all about. Now, that's not to say spam keywords. You need to make this thing read well, and here is why. When you put your video description into YouTube, Google will take the first 160 characters as the meta description. Now, this is what Google uses to determine, along with the video title and tags, admittedly, what your video is all about. So if you have, for example, 2 identical videos with the same title and the same tags, if one video starts with a concise description and one starts with links to social media and a t-shirt website, for example, then the one with the concise description will outperform the other one. Now, the second reason is that the first 120 characters are shown next to your video in any given YouTube search. And if you have a well-written description, one that reads well, that will potentially encourage someone to click on your video as opposed to one which might appear above it in the YouTube search results. Now, as I said before, YouTube and Google search engine optimization is an art. It's not a science, so there's no right or wrong way. But I can almost guarantee you that by tweaking your meta descriptions, you will see an increase in views. And the reason I say almost is that any SEO or anyone that's involved in SEO that says they can guarantee results, they are lying. There is never any guarantee in search engine optimization. I can tell you that right now. However, to try and prove the point that what I'm talking about really works, I'm going to upload this video twice. Once to this channel, my gaming channel, and once elsewhere on a personal channel that I have. And in a month's time, I will compare the amount of hits that both videos get from search only. And the main difference between the two, I'm going to use the same video footage, the same titles, the same tags, is that in the video on my gaming channel, I will use a concise description, whereas in the one on my other channel, I will open up with links to my social media profiles. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, I'm happy to go into all sorts of other stuff on search engine optimization. If anyone that's thinking of starting a business, this stuff is really important because it helps you get out there. But anyway, I might come back to that at a later date. In any event, I will see you in around about a month to see the results of this test. Later.